So we're heading over to take a look at that boat that caught on fire last week. Lady died on it because she went back in to get the dog. The reason I wanted to talk about it was batteries. That's what caused the problem, was that e-bike fell in the water and they fished it out and left it on the back deck and they caught on fire, and well, you see the end results. A totally preventable tragedy. The problem is people don't realize how dangerous batteries actually are, especially with these new cars, electric cars. So if you have a regular car fire, let's say, I know a boat, car, same thing. If you have a regular fire and it's not a battery powered, because there are battery powered boats nowadays. If you have a regular boat fire, the temperature might be 1,500 degrees. I saw some firefighter thing and it said it would take like 4,000 to 5,000 gallons of water to put the fire out on a regular car or a boat. The temperatures can get up to 6,000 degrees and it can take upwards of 25,000 gallons of water or foam to put the fire out. Even after you put the fire out, the batteries may get hot again after a couple of days of sitting, after they think they put it out, and it can catch on fire again. Always remember, if your batteries get hot and they go into thermal runaway, it's self-sustaining combustion and it's very difficult to extinguish. So battery safety, remember, if your battery gets wet, or not wet, but if it gets submerged, remember the batteries are actually vented. And if you get water in there or salt water in there, I would say disconnect the battery and keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not getting hot. If it gets hot, try to get it out of the vehicle, away from structures and people and all that kind of stuff. Especially lithium batteries, once they start going off, it can be a violent explosion. Do you have any experience with battery thermal runaway and battery fires? If you do, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So we're walking up to this Princess that burned and it's a mess. Sad.
Still leaking water. Well, they still got their flag flying in the front.
Yep.
Very sad.
We won't be fixing this one, that's for sure. Crazy that that tiny little battery, only this big, probably, on an e-bike, and that's the end result. Let's hopefully go find something that makes me feel a little bit better than that. All right, that's my battery safety brief. If you have any questions concerning batteries, give me a shout, leave me a comment. Thanks again for the thumbs up. Appreciate it if you'd subscribe.
I'm over here with Chris today because we had a call that somebody needed a 100-hour, and believe it or not, we are doing another tilt trim. I'm gonna have to ask Chris how many of them we've done so far this year. Seems like it's been a hot repair here in the last couple months.
There we go. Yeah, so today was the first time that Carrie's ever seen me in this hat, but I keep it in the back of the truck for when the sun's coming out, because we do have our little shade over here. But fun fact is Monroe County has been sending out texts and warnings because this is, I think yesterday the heat index was 116. So we're trying to stay cool and keep the sun off us the best that we can. All right, so this was the one that we're replacing. In order to get these off, you got to take the hydraulics off of the bottom. And if you can see, this has massive amounts of saltwater intrusion. Whenever hydraulic fluid or any type of marine fluid, oil, whatever, looks milky like that, it's because it's getting salt water inside of it. And that's the other thing too is, when you do get a leak, right, a lot of people just tend to fill it up. But if you're having a leak, things are getting out, and that also means that things are getting in. And whenever you get salt water in there, it doesn't always mean that the unit's gonna be bad, but it is gonna start to eat up things in there and cut the life of whatever equipment you have in half pretty quickly.
So you guys may have noticed lately, we've done a few tilt trim on outboard engines. And I was curious what your thoughts are, why you think all of a sudden we're having $3,500 to $3,700 a piece for those tilt trim units. And we've done 4 of them, I think 4. And I'm curious what your thoughts are on why do you think we're having such a run on those all of a sudden? Maybe it was because it was mini lobster season down here and everybody was using their boats. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Give me some comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious too. I always like your guys' ideas. It's Saturday morning. And yeah, that clock is right, 0600. We're rolling to a couple boats that somehow I said yes to service today. I'm waiting for this unit to turn on. My gauges. Well, it's supposed to be at about 125 psi and it's down to 30 something. Have to bleed the charge off and start over again. Let's just top this off and we'll see what happens, and then if we need to, we can add the epoxy if it bleeds off again, then we can add the epoxy. Yeah, we serviced it in March 30th, and we told you at that time that there was a leak, but no external leaks were found. And I remember discussing it with you that there's probably a leak in the condensing coil that's dumping overboard. So the first time we hook up to your unit, we just don't put epoxy in it, because if you put the epoxy in it, it can kill the unit. I wouldn't know that. I didn't install it. I don't know what the pressures were when it was put in. Yep. All right, bye. He's like, why didn't you put epoxy in it when we serviced it back in March? I'm like, because you don't do that. And now he's like, oh, can you put the epoxy in? I'm like, well, I'd have to dump the charge and start over. I said, I can't guarantee it'll work. It might kill the unit. Like, I'm going to call that good. We'll come back and check it after we go to the other boat. Got to bleed off all the liquid. They have a wedding charter starting at 11 o'clock today. The salon air conditioning is not working, and the charter company does not have another boat to give them. So they are hoping that I can get it fixed. If I can't get it fixed, then they have to, I don't know what they do, probably either refund the whole charter or have to put them up in a hotel, which is going to be expensive as all get out.
So you're here to try and produce miracles today.
Yes, I am. Look at that one little rain cloud. It's absolutely pouring over there. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Oh, Matt's eating his breakfast.
Uh-huh.
Cheese and sausage on the fly.
Uh-huh.
It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet. And these two boats begged us to come today.
Hello. There she is. This one looks like it's been ridden hard and put away wet a few times. The circuit board's burned, and I can smell it burning more. You see all the burn scorch marks, and then the board is burned down there. Okay, we got pressure, so now we can continue on. That board is burned up, so we're going to take that guy out and put this one in. Well, maybe. Nope, this isn't the right one. Let's take a picture here. Hermetic is black and pink. Oop, oop, oop. Hang on now. Got to discharge this capacitor before I start sticking my sweaty fingers on here. Don't want to get lit up first thing in the morning. So we're going to take these off. This thing might not be any good. Okay. Of course, the label is rubbed off, so now I don't know what the value of this is. Oh, it's original to the unit. I think this unit is from 2011. Well, I think this is good. It's kind of reading. Yeah, probably good. It didn't read short anywhere, so that's good. Let me hook it back up and see what we can find out. Brown goes to fan.
Well, there's that super lube again.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Stand back. We'll see what happens. Oh. Oh. I think I saved it.
Feels good over here.
We're gonna put some gauges on there. Make sure that's all good. This is what I need. Yeah, it's not in here. Let's see if there's something in here. I don't hear anything. No, all right, it's not in there. So maybe it's up front. Oh, that's not good. bilge pump on light is on and it's not turning off. So I'm texting the people. Just noticed the bilge pump on light has been on and it's not turning off. Nope, not there.
Did you say you're gonna wrap it up?
Yep. Well, I didn't quite have the right circuit board. It's not so much that I didn't have the right circuit board, it's that the box was the wrong box. Even though the board has scorch marks on it, I pulled off the burned up wires, made some new ones, cleaned the board up a little bit, put it back together. I read out the capacitor. That checked good. I'm not going to add any refrigerant because the high side is too high. Anyways, it's running. I don't know how long it's going to last.
It's blowing cold.
Blowing cold. Okay, we're going to wrap this up and we're going to run back over and check that other boat. So this is a question for all you guys, and gals I should say. You know, we recently had that boat that caught on fire down here at this very marina, right over there actually. And I'm curious, if you have a boat or even if you don't have a boat, what your thoughts are on fire safety on a vessel. How would you escape? You know, in the Navy, we used to have, what were they called? I don't know, self-generating breathing apparatus, something like that. I forget. Any of you Navy guys, or Coast Guard even, let me know if I can't. Scuba? No, I don't know what it was. SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus. I think that's it. What would you do in that case? Do you have a window breaker they have for cars? Sledgehammer to break a window or something? I don't know. What are your ideas about escaping a boat that was on fire? Again, leave me your comments, thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts.